want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the believer, and double honor to the elders at Great Millstone. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible, all right? The Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics brought the judgment of the Lord, all right? All right, all of us, the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, were put into captivity and slavery, all right? At the hands of so-called white men, all right? That's why we know we are the children of Israel. All right, all right. On the side right here, we got Judah the Negroes, Benjamin the West Indians, Levi the Haitian, Simeon the Dominicans, Zebulon, the Guatemalans, the Panamanians, Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, the Manasseh, the Cubans, Gad, the North American Indians, Reuben, the Seminole Indians, Naphtali, the Argentinians and Chileans, Asher, Colombians, the Uruguayans, and Issachar, the Mexicans. All right, all of us were conquered by the same people, so-called Spaniards. All of them the same people. They're the Edomites of the Holy Bible. All right, they rule the world. All right, they rule the entire planet. All right, they conquered Africa. All right, in 1890. All right, for the mineral resources. That's why we know they rule the whole entire planet. All right, they conquered the Jews, in which the one they called Jesus, Yahushua, was in captivity during the Roman period. During that time period, they were in captivity. They don't tell you that in the Christian church. He was in bondage. All right, all right. The so-called Jesus, whose name is really Yahushua in the Paleo Hebrew. All right, because he was a Hebrew according to the scriptures. All right, I guess I can start there. All right. All right. So the true people of the Lord are the Hebrews, are the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics that wrought the judgment of the Lord. Okay. They were put in captivity. All right. They conquered the Native Americans. Okay. Over here on this side. All right. They knew that they were the people of the Lord. They knew that's the reason why they did it. All right. They took the land and into their possession.
Hispanics, Negroes, Native Americans, the people of the islands, okay, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, all of us were conquered by the same people, the so-called white man, the Spaniards, all right. Later, the British conquered the people of Australia, the indigenous of Australia. You have the so-called white man taking the resources from Africa in the 1800s, 1890. You're talking about the British, the Dutch, the French, the Portuguese. So the Lord gave the so-called white man the whole entire world for rulership. And it identifies us as the Israelites, okay? So for all you black-only Israelites, you're going off, okay? The Lord identified the tribes by way of giving Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the dominion of the earth, okay? All right? And if you can't get that, then you need to do your research, all right?
When Latin Americans say stuff like, your people, Spaniards, slaved our people, first of all.
You know, it's pretty funny when Spaniards come and try to tell people from America Latina how they should feel about the generational trauma that their community has faced for hundreds of years. Familia, buckle up, this is a roller coaster. It gets pretty bad, and then it gets worse. Watch.
That happened 500 years ago. I am 30 years old. I am not responsible for that. Ergo, I'm not apologizing.
Last frame says, so get over it. You can tell that your white fragility is showing, but nobody is asking you to apologize, just to acknowledge that people from my community are still suffering because of the sins that your ancestors committed. No.
The tribe of Judah, in which are the Negroes, we teach our people the Bible, and we tell them that these are the Edomites, and we don't want your apology. We want you to go through what we went through, captivity. And that's what the Lord has sanctioned for the so-called white man, captivity and slavery. Okay? So they're going to drink of the cup that we drank, the cup of affliction, all right, which was handed down from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's what they're going to receive, all right? They're going into captivity, all right? We're going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. All who return back to the true understanding and leave off from this Catholicism, this Christianity that they gave us, and return back to our heritage.
We will not get over it.
Question. Japan got not one, but two nuclear blasts. And they're like super developed country. What's your excuse? What's the excuse of Latin America? Because what happened to them was 500 years ago.
What the excuse is, they're under the curses, and they can't get from under the curses, all right? Because you're in rulership, and the Lord has a seal put upon the sons of Jacob to not rise up above you, okay? Just like in the dark ages, the Lord put a seal upon you people, and you weren't able to rise up while Jacob was ruling over there in Europe, okay? So just recall that.
The gold that we stole, I'm still waiting on my share
Sure
because
you are.
I never got anything.
Wow. Sure you are waiting for that gold. Sure you would love to receive it but wouldn't want to apologize. And also comparing Latin America to Japan, almost that you can't acknowledge that America Latina has been meddled with for hundreds of years, has had an impact on our economy. More to say about this Japan thing, but I don't think you'll understand, so let's keep going.
When I say you're welcome, it's because you speak Spanish, you're Catholic, and even though you have, because each one...
Catholic is not a good thing. He shouldn't clap, because that's what they used to enslave you. They came out with an edict, all right, that stated that all non-Christians were to be perpetual slaves, okay? So that's not worth clapping to, all right? So we try to reach our people, okay, and tell them that they are Hebrew Israelites, that they're the people of the Lord, but they're still trapped into this Christian and Catholicism, okay? And they can't shake it, okay?
You have their own culture, you have the influence of the Spanish culture, and that's why you have what you have right now. You wouldn't be who you are right now without the Spaniards or without the Spanish conquerors.
So you want credit. Well, thank you for all the diseases. Thanks for the religion that resulted in the deaths of millions of people. Thank you for the eradication of beautiful, fruitful languages in exchange for Spanish. Colorism and racism and machismo. Listen, we are here despite the conquistadores' efforts to try and erase us. Why are you so mad that we're resisting as if y'all have so much more to offer? It's really showing.
So, I don't think we're the bad guys for something that happened 500 years ago. German people is...
And there you go. That's their feeling. That's most of the Edomites' feeling, okay? They have guilt, but they don't feel like they're responsible for it. But the Lord tells us that they will not go unpunished, okay?
They conquered the true Judeans, which are the Negroes, who was ruling over in Europe for 1,000 years during the Dark Ages. That's why they call it the Dark Ages, because it was dark people ruling during that time. Okay, all right. King James, he was a Negro. Yeah, King James was a Negro who helped put together the King James Bible. All right, and they whitewashed history. All right, and deceived the whole world into making you believe that the so-called white man is all the patriarchs in the Holy Bible. That's why when you Google, you go to Google, you Google God, Jesus, the Almighty, everything, they're all white people. They deceive the entire world, okay? And I'm out here today to call back my people, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, to the true understanding of the Holy Bible, that we are the people of the Lord, and the Lord is going to redeem us from the hands of our enemies, okay? Real soon. That's the reason why you're seeing all the chariots, the UFOs. They have a UFO task force now in the government because they're real, all right? They're the angels of the Lord. They're the angels of the Lord, okay? I guess I'll start. I've chatted a lot. But
If I get a picture
of the books.
yeah, just like for research for myself.
All right. Well, sure. What do you want to?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
All right.
Just to know which one to read.
Yeah, this is the Apocrypha. This is a part of the King James version right here, man. This right here was taken out by the Catholic Church. It was in the Holy Bible for 200 years.
Is a selection of books which were published in the original 1611 King James Bible. These apocryphal books were positioned between the Old and New Testament. They also contained maps and genealogies. The Apocrypha was a part of the KJV, King James Version, for 274 years until being removed in 1885 AD. A portion of these books were called deuterocanonical books by some entities such as the Catholic Church.
Oh, you can order it online. You can order any of this online.
My ancestors.
Your ancestors are Native American. All right. You have your grandfather, grand.
My mom's mom.
Oh, your mom. What about your father?
My father, I'm not sure.
You're not sure. All right. Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
I think she said Native American, Scotch and Swiss.
Okay. So we were actually Negroes ruling in Europe. All right. So it's a possibility if you can receive this doctrine that you may be amongst them, all right, as an Israelite. Yeah. If you can receive this doctrine, most can't. Most people
I've
can't
researched
receive
a
it.
lot.
Yeah.
The lost books and a lot of things that's been taken out of there.
Because the so-called what the judgment is going to be for the so-called white man in that they are the Edomites of the Holy Bible, the Idumeans. That's who they are. The judgment is going to be destruction by thermonuclear missiles are going to hit this place and melt this whole America. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. And the only ones that's going to be redeemed from this are the Israelites, the children of Israel, that return back to the proper doctrine of the Holy Bible. All right. Okay. All of those who are involved in Christianity and all different types of religion, they're going to be left here and melted with the rest of the people. All right. Only a remnant is going to be saved out of here. Really, because it's. I guess I can read that for you. Yeah. No. That's what I'm out here for, to talk to people, to let them know the judgment that's coming. All right. So I guess I go to Isaiah 34. It might help out a little bit. See, the Lord, unlike what Christianity has taught you, the Lord is angry with the nations for putting the children of Israel in captivity. All right. And therefore, that's the reason why the so-called Jesus is returning. He's not returning to give people candy canes and cookies. He's coming to wage war and to take Esau, Edom, the nation that was ruling at that time, out of power, because pretty much they are our twin brother. Okay, the so-called white man is a twin brother of the Negroes. Okay, Most people don't know that, but it's true. You know, that's the reason why they came. They conquered us, and they keep the Negroes close to them. All right, because they know that we're the people of the Lord. All right, and they know that the Lord is going to give power. He's already given us power to preach His word and to break down this book. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, you nations, to hear. This is the Most High talking. His name is Yahweh. All right, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Come near, you nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is there in the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord, which name is Yahweh, is upon all nations, and His fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. He's telling you in future tense what's going to happen. All right. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, because it's going to be a nuclear attack. It's going to melt everything. And all the hosts of heavens shall be dissolved. All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. All the army, all right, the military, all right, around the world, they're going to be dissolved, melted, okay? And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's the mushroom cloud coming up. It's going to be rolled together as a scroll. That's what the Isaiah saw in the vision. It's going to roll together as a scroll, all right? And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from a vine, the host being the army. Fall down as a leaf falleth off on the vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree. All right. And when you shake a fig tree, everything, all the figs fall down. You know that, right? Okay. That's how it's going to be when these missiles hit. All right. The armies are going to be destroyed. You know America has a space force, right? They're going to fight against the Savior when they come into the atmosphere with these UFO chariots to save Israel. That's what's going to happen. True Israel. All right. Verse 5. This is the point for my
Israel and true Israel.
True Israel is the Negroes, Native American, Hispanic. Your people, the Edomites, the so-called white man, took the land of Israel. They're not the true people of the Lord. All right. They're the Idumeans, the Edomites. They have all the resources and money and the wealth in the world. The children of Israel will be poor people. All right. They will be in slavery, bondage. All right. Just like in Egypt. You know the story of Egypt and Moses. They would be back in bondage again. Okay. All right. I go over there with you. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's the missiles. It's going to be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down. The missiles are going to come down on Idumea. Idumea is the ancient land of the Greeks. Okay, the so-called white man was ruling as the Greeks, and he put and Alexander the Great. They put in, and his generals put in captivity Judea, and it was Negroes there. Ruling the southern tribe of Israel was there. They had to pay tax and tribute, just like right now we pay tax and tribute to America. Okay, so they just reset up the same setup here. All right, in America.
Took the land from my people and then made them pay. So, yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Okay, so verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So wherever they pitched their tents at, what they did was, after they came into power and took down the Negroes that were ruling over there in Spain and Europe, okay, after ruling for 1,000 years, they put those Negroes on the sugar plantations, okay, in Jamaica, Dominican Republic, all over the islands. They put them in slavery. Then Columbus came over, and they started taking down the Native Americans, all right? And then they sent them in slavery as well.
Killed most of them.
Yeah, killed most of them, genocide. Yeah, let me show you.
Even after we were nice to them on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
we got.
See that? You put them on cargo slave ships. These are the people of America. And in the name of Christianity, they did. In the name of Christianity. Yeah. That's why you got to get out of Christianity. That's a false teaching. They sick dogs on them too. All right. Okay.
I believe in God, but not so much
All right.
the Bible that they mess with.
Okay. Yeah, the Bible is a true book. The Bible is a true book. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Coming soon here is Boot and Barn. Boot Barn. Boot Barn. Work clothes. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me show you how to identify the children. All right. How we know we get people in the Bible. This is what happened to us. Go for Deuteronomy 28 chapter.
I just believe in the Bible and not Jesus.
Oh, I believe in Jesus. All right. Would you mind being on camera for a second?
I'd rather not.
Rather not? Okay. All right, no problem. All right. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. No, what I said was Jesus was not his name.
Okay.
Jesus was not his name. He was a Hebrew. So he would have had a Hebrew name.
So it's not Christian, what?
Okay? No, the Christian, the disciples were Israelites. The Romans called them Christians as a mocking term. Yeah, they just made a religion out of it, came over here and made a religion out of it. No, it's always been the Israelites and the covenant that was made with them. It ain't had nothing to do with the whole world at all. Okay? All right. Deuteronomy, well, I'll get back to that. Let me read Hebrews 7 and 14 for you. Hebrews 7 and 14. Just to prove that he was a Hebrew. For Hebrews 7 and 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. Judah being the Negro, the tribe of Judah. He sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. So he was a Hebrew. So if he was a Hebrew, why did they name him Jesus in the Greek? You see, so you'd have to find out what his name is in the Hebrew, and his name is Yahweh. Okay, because we found out that the name of the Lord was Jah. It ain't Yahweh. It's Yahweh. Okay, because in Paleo Hebrew there's no vowel points. All right, so there's a letter A. So all you had to do is if you know anything about the Tetragrammaton, it was YHWH. The name of it's the name of the Lord in capital letters. YHWH in the Bible, in the name, wherever it says Lord in capital letters, in the Hebrew is YHWH. All right, and when you in Psalm 68 and I think 4, it tell you his name is Jah, but there was no letter J until the 1500s. So when you look at the Tetragrammaton with a Y, it says YHWH. So you can successfully assume that it was Jah. It was Yah. It wasn't Jah. They weren't trying to say Jah. They were trying to say Yah. Right? So from there, you got the name of the Lord. You just need the rest of the characters. Right? So when you go to the Tetragrammaton, the Lord, it says YHWH. You just put an A between the Y, the H, and the W, and you got Yahweh. Okay? And interestingly, the Native Americans, they had the name. They called him Yahweh, Jehovah. Yeah. So they had one syllable wrong, but that could have been a pronunciation of the guy who made the book. This book right here. This book right here. The history of the American Indian. And it's in here. I can show it to you real quick. I marked where they said that. Yeah. See that? That's what they called the Lord. That's what the Native Americans called the Most High, Yahuwah. Okay? See? So his name wasn't Jehovah because the letter J didn't come about until 1524 by Gianna Trissino. Okay, so it couldn't have been Jesus or Jehovah because the letter wasn't even created back then in the ancient world. Okay, all right. So and we know, I don't know if let me read this to you. You might want to read this when you get home. Revelation 1 and 13. This is a revealing. Revelation means the revealing, okay? And it's a vision from John, the revelator, okay, of the future, of what's going to happen, right? And he described what our Lord looked like, right? Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. Yeah, you need to put that in your phone. Yeah. I believe it's Revelation 1, 13 through 15. Right? And it says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the path with a golden girdle. So yeah, you saw a vision of him in a garment, right? His head and his hairs were white like wool. 1, 13 through 15. All right.
My kids are in
Okay.
the school.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's nice talking with you. Yeah. So the Bible is based on the Hebrew Israelite. It's not based on Christianity. Just understand that. Okay. That's the main thing you need to understand. And judgment's coming. All right. I give you some insight.
I'm more spiritual than I am,
Yeah.
of churches.
Okay. Well,
Doctrines.
this gonna be the end game. They're coming with this right here. This is the mark of the beast. They're coming with this.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting mad and I'm not getting no vaccine.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Not at all.
All right.
I don't believe in abortion or taken from fetuses to put in your body.
Yeah. They're coming with the central bank digital currency, and later they're coming with that.
We already got digital currency.
Yeah. All right.
Take care.
Yeah, take care. Bless. All right. So.